10 steps everyone must take to get rich. These strikes will be your foundation for setting up high-quality monetary habits that will move you closer towards your goal. The millennial generation is at the factor now where they're beginning to think challenging about how to build long-term wealth for themselves. When I was young, I was once simply terrible with money. However, now I've discovered that when it comes to constructing non-public wealth, regularly the exceptional strategies are the simple habits that, when true implemented, give up paying off big in the end. The challenge, of course, is that monetary responsibility is now not continually handy when bills are piling up and you experience as though you don't have the ability to save. But part of building wealth is studying to self-discipline your spending habits so that you are constantly working in the superb as an alternative of racking up debt. If constructing genuine wealth for yourself is something you're involved in, these 10 steps will be your foundation for organizing fantastic financial habits that will move you nearer towards your goal. 1. Never function at a loss. The simplest step towards constructing wealth that people fighting with is spending less than they make. It may seem ridiculous, but it's the truth. Many humans spend greater than they make and float the difference on credit cards. They expect they will make greater in the future and that it will all even itself out, when in reality, the moment they start making extra money, the extra they spend. The awful habit stays, and they consistently function at a loss. 2. Set monetary goals at the start of each quarter and year. When you have a goal, you tend to be greater responsible with your money. It's when you don't have an intention that it's a good deal simpler to rationalize spontaneous purchases. At the beginning of each year, set a massive purpose for yourself and then smash that aim down into 3-month increments, quarters, so that you can check on your progress as you go along. These smaller goals are what assist the large ones seem extra attainable and will give you a sense as to whether or not you're on the proper music alongside the way. 3. Surround yourself with financially responsible people. Nothing breeds economic success like striking out with human beings who have already attained it. This capability discovering humans older than you that you can study from and also making certain that your crew of buddies is comprised of humans who share similar monetary goals. It can be difficult to adhere to financial disciplines when you're spending time with spontaneous spenders. A notable way to study about the artwork of budget is to find a family pal who can mentor you throughout the manner someone who has finished their very own monetary success. If you exhibit an earnest hobby in learning how to build the same for yourself, probabilities are someone will be completely happy to help. A willingness to study goes a long way. 4. Open an IRA account to accumulate pastime tax-free. One of the great things a younger character can do is open an IRA account, which can double as either an essential or secondary savings account. The intention here, however, is that money is now not touched till tons later in life. If you withdraw from it before the age of 65, you are penalized. The bonus, though, is that your cash in an IRA account can grow tax-free, which compounded over 3 or 4 a long time ends up being a lot of money. 5. Place a tax on yourself. If the authorities all of a sudden extended taxes and compelled you to pay in more $100 each month, you'd locate a way to pay it. You would have to. Yet when it comes to saving money, humans constantly discover ways to rationalize their lack of ability to sock away $100 each month. Set up an automated bank transfer so that as soon as you get hold of your paycheck, a small portion of it immediately goes into your financial savings account. You must fake it doesn't even exist. And a few years from now, you'll thank yourself. 6. Don't play the stock market. Unless your day job is trader, don't attempt to time the stock market. Don't assume you're smarter than the stock market. Don't think you know which shares are going to do properly and which ones are going to do poorly. To suppose that you can do casually what some people make their entire careers is naive and reckless. At best, it's gambling. Instead, make investments an element of your money that you're inclined to lose in groups you like and prefer to maintain onto for years to come. It's first rate if you make these choices with a monetary advisor, and even better if you purchase these long-term preferences interior your IRA account. That way, your positive factors stay tax-free. 7. Build an aspect hustle. Even the world's most successful entrepreneurs have facet hustles. According to Warren Buffett, the common millionaire has 7 sources of income. Having multiple income streams is simply section of the process. The best aspect you can do is parent out what you can grant or offer humans that provides authentic value. An ideal example is internet well-known entrepreneur Sam Ovens, who has made millions selling online publications and consulting enterprise owners. 8. Always pay off your deposit cards. No depend how entrepreneurial you are, maxing out your savings cards without reliable streams of profits to pay them off in a well-timed manner is irresponsible. You continually desire to make economic decisions based on what you're currently making, now not what you think you're going to make. Wait until you've obtained the money in the door earlier than you go reinvest or spend it. Otherwise, you'll locate yourself drowning in activity payments. 9. Follow the 50-30-20 rule. Summarized in a tremendous article by means of NerdWallet, many economic specialists advocate that 50% of your income ought to be spent on needs, such as housing, auto payments, food, etc., 30% be spent on what you desire, clothes, nice dinners, etc., and the final 20% should be saved. Especially when you're young, you're most probably going to operate nearer to 70-20-10, dwelling off 70% of your income, spending 20 and saving 10. If you can even comply with that, you're in accurate shape. But your intention need to be to work towards following the 50-30-20 rule. 10. Judge yourself over the year, no longer the month. While it is important to maintain a tab on how you're doing month to month, it's some distance extra vital to choose success over longer intervals of time. A 12 months is a correct indication of your monetary practices. Some months may now not be first-rate, things happen, others might be wonderful. But what's essential is that, come the end of the year, you saved at least 10% of your income. Otherwise, if nothing is being saved, how do you expect to construct real wealth for yourself?